Hey, so this is especially a shout out to two people who asked me to film this video. And I'm going to do it in English, and if anyone is interested, I can always do another video in Spanish. So you guys have been asking me what high frequency machine I use, where I bought it, how much it costs. So I actually use this brand. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. So it's New Derma, but it's the pure brand, and it has those two fancy dots above the U. It's amazing. I love this brand. I would definitely recommend. Hashtag this is not an ad. Yeah, I don't have ads. But anyway, it's amazing. This is what I use for my hair. I contribute a lot of my regrowth to my high frequency machine. So what is a high frequency machine? Basically, it's a machine that emits gases through the use of electronic nodes, and they give off different side effects depending on which gas you're using. So it's this machine, as you can see right here. It has a cable that's like 2 meters long, or maybe 1.5 meters, about 3 foot. And then nodule that I usually use is this, and I have two of these. I have one in argon, or ultraviolet, which is that purple light, and then I have another, the same exact one, but in neon. So first of all, you know, why do we use two different lights, and what exactly do they do? What's the benefit? So I think in one of my last videos that I put up of, you know, what the benefits are of ultraviolet light or high frequency machines, someone said, that's just a lightsaber, it doesn't do anything. And that is not true. These things are amazing. And in fact, if you look at some of the world's renowned trichologists, I'm not going to put that up on the screen, I don't edit my videos, trichologists. So those are people that actually deal with the hair follicle. It's so cool. And you think about it, a lot of our hair products are dealing with the hair itself. This is dead. This is dead, and yeah, we do want it to look nice, but the best way to get healthy hair is to deal with our scalp. You think about it, we spend so much time on the skin's biotypes. Oh, I have oily skin, I have combination skin. You can see my filter, I'm wearing a filter. But anyway, yeah, we have to apply that same principle to our scalp. What type of scalp do we have? And that's what a trichologist especially is going to do. They're specialized in that. They're going to look at your follicle and see what's going on with your follicle and your scalp. A lot of times when we have hair loss, it has to do with our scalp. It can have other reasons too, and that's why you should always go to your doctor, your dermatologist. Could be thyroid issues, could be hormone issues, could be postpartum pregnancy, but for me, it had a lot to do with my scalp health too. So what do these babies do? So this one is my argon mousse, and that's the one that I love to start off with or the ultraviolet light. Because a lot of times when we're having scalp problems, we're having problems with dandruff, dry skin, and a lot of times dandruff can also be caused by some funguses, right? Ew. But that's normal, and especially if you live in a humid climate. If you live in a cold climate, and I always wear hats all the time, and that means your scalp's not getting its time to breathe, baby. So what does this thing do? So the argon, how many times have I said that? The argon light is antibacterial. So it's killing those funguses. It's also disinfecting. So usually I like my clients to come in with a clean scalp, but with the high frequency machine, it's not that big a deal. It's not the same as microneedling, which I do want my clients to come in with a clean scalp because those are little needles piercing into your scalp, you know? But yeah, this argan mousse, I always start with this because it's disinfecting, it's antibacterial, It's also, of course, because it's emitting a gas, you're going to smell that ozone as it works. It also is stimulating the hair follicle. And when I'm done with that, I give it like maybe for the first time 2 to 5 minutes at the most. And then if I'm doing, you know, like a hair loss treatment, then I'm going to switch to my other brush. And this one is my neon light. And that's the orange light that you're going to see in a lot of my videos. And what does this light do? So this light is warming. This light is stimulating blood flow to your hair follicle. A lot of times when you see people with maybe not hair loss, but hair thinning, what's going on is that hair follicle is a little bit dormant. It's a little bit asleep. So machines like this help to wake it up, help to stimulate blood flow to get those nutrients working on your hair follicle, but also better hair growth, or a hair growth that's not weak, that's not dull. And a lot of times when my clients come to me, you ask, you know, how do you feel about your hair? And they'll say, oh, dull or opaque, or, you know, lifeless. And so those are words that we as professionals want to look out for. So now, if you're going to use this for home use, which you can, it's, you know, it's, I would say it's one of the easier machines to use if you're not professionally trained. And that's actually one of my teachers at school who's a trichologist. He says he always recommends his patients to buy one of these for, to keep maintaining their hair growth and stimulation, and also to keep their scalp clean. Now, I bought mine off of Amazon, and like I said, it's this pure brand, and I believe it was like $40. I think so. $40, $50 in that range. And it's been amazing. I've been using it for the last 3 months. If you don't know my story, my hair fell out. I can do another video. My hair fell out after I had COVID, but like a lot of hair. And I've never had like luscious hair. My hair's always been like on the thin side. Like my natural hair, I look like Mowgli. But anyway, that's beside the point. But this really helped to stimulate new hair growth, to awaken the follicles that were dormant, that weren't producing good quality hair. And now, you know, you probably can't see, but I have a lot of new hair growth, and a lot of it is due to this. I always start out all my treatments with my clients with the high frequency because, like I said, it's disinfecting. And we want the scalp to be clean when we start our other treatments. Especially with microneedling, especially with our massage, especially if we're doing other treatments. We want to start out with this because it kind of gets your scalp like, oh yeah, something's going on. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this. I think it's something easy to use for home use. Even if you're going to go to an esthetician or a dermatologist or a trichologist, yeah, definitely get one of these for maintenance. Is there anything? Yes, I do have more to say. So how do we use it? So at first, you know, especially if you have a sensitive scalp, if you have other issues like seborrheic dermatitis or something else, you have to get that checked out by a dermatologist. Just like FYI, not a doctor. And then see what they recommend, because it could be that there could be some contraindications with, you know, the machines that we use. And we don't want to upset any other underlying things you got going on. And I would recommend starting out with like 5 minutes. This is, you know, electricity. These gases that are flowing through, you're going to smell ozone, but it's also, you know, going to feel a little bit electric. I don't know if you've seen Anger Management, where he's like, it's kind of like that. So we want to be delicate with our scalp. I'd start out with 5 minutes, 3 times a week. And then after the first week, you could up it to 10 minutes, and the top would be 15 minutes. I would never go over 15 minutes. I'd say top it off at 10 minutes and 3 times a week. I wouldn't go over that. I know some people will be like, yeah, you can do it every day, but you know, really think about what your biotype or your skin type is. Do you have oily skin? Not your hair, your skin, your scalp. What is your scalp type? And if you have sensitive skin, don't go over 3 times a week, please. Even if you do have thicker skin on your scalp, thick head, I don't know. Please be careful. But yeah, for those who are asking me, hashtag struggling, I get you. I was there. I'll definitely do a different video on my hair loss so you can hear the whole shebang. And the next video that I'll be doing will be about microneedling. And in that video, I'll do the whole shebang. Another thing that is important, I do not use gloves when my clients come when I'm doing high frequency. Why? Clean hands, short nails. Because gloves pull at your hair. It's something that we as women can be so self-conscious about. And when you feel those gloves like ripping at your scalp, it doesn't make for a nice experience. So yeah, if you're an esthetician, you know, I would recommend clean hands, clean environment. And if you're using it at home, the same. Short, clean nails would be ideal because you want to, you know, get in there, make sure you're separating your hair. And something that my trichology teacher mentioned was that you're going to focus on this part of the head, but not the last maybe 4 inches down to the neck, unless there's significant hair loss there. But most of the hair loss we're going to see is going to be around this quadrant. Use quadrant, sounds so smart. But yeah, so that's what I use. I hope this was helpful. You know, like grab a soda, hit my next video because I talk so much. But yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to message me down below. Sayonara. Bye. Adios. Oh, jeez. This side.